But what I really tried to get the Trump administration to accept, and even the Biden administration, was a rationalization, a stay-behind plan for Afghanistan to keep the lights on, to keep the Afghan government in power, sure, put the Taliban on their knees, and make them take a deal. Yeah, that would have been a full spectrum PMC.
But instead, $83 billion.
Well, and now billions of dollars
right.
every year in whatever aid. I would not do a PMC to just play defense and be a bodyguard for the State Department. No, I would do it if we could actually do offensive combat units that could go and do small scale counterinsurgency kind of stuff. The Russians contacted me in 2011. I went to Moscow November. They said, please come and build a Blackwater here. Here's the land, all the rest. I actually went shooting with their Alpha Group. And that was, this was before they went into Ukraine, even in 2014. So there was the reset and peace, love, and happiness with the Russians. Obviously, I said, no, I can't do that. But it was interesting. They fully embraced what the private sector can do. And
are they doing it?
The Russians have never really integrated air-land battle and maneuver and fusing that surveillance. I would argue I think I could have built a better PMC than Prigozhin did. But
Wagner Group?
Yeah. Because that was a very, very conventional force.
Did you guys ever do anything? Did you ever meet him or no?
Never did.
Never had a communication, nothing?
0.00000.
Got it. Because somewhere it talks about Blackwater offered service to Wagner Group.
Yeah, that's a that's a newspaper, if you can call it that, funded by an Iranian communist.
From the Today part, you got to give them credit. It's actually a pretty good spin if it's...
Fuck those guys.
Who is this company, by the way? Do you know?
Can
you pull this up? I'm actually curious.
It's funded by Pierre Omidyar.
Okay.
Whose parents were Iranian communists, which they stayed in Iran.
Yeah, that's from the Mossadegh camp. Al Jazeera wrote it, or who wrote it?
Intercept.
Intercept wrote it. Okay. So you're there. You're in Russia. They're wanting you to create a PMC there. This is a year after you... So 2011. So this is a year after you sold. So 13 years ago, you're 41, I want to say, 40 years old, okay? So you still, you have a lot of the stuff is fresh in your mind. If you really wanted to do it, you could do it. Did you ever meet Putin on your trip there, or you never met him?
Never did.
So let's stay on this point here with the PMCs, but also a little bit with Russia. So the House and Republicans pushed back on this border deal that was disguised as a border deal for $118 billion, but only $20 billion was going to the border, $60 billion was going to Ukraine. 2 weeks later, they just come out and they call it the $95 billion bill.
And all those numbers you're throwing around, it's disgusting. They say, oh, we're going to spend $20 billion on the border.
Right.
It's all nonsense. It's all a game. And that's the problem. We can say the Republicans are in charge of Congress. Then if they really are, starve the beast, be thalidomide, cut everything down to size. We cannot afford all the nonsense that we're spending money on. And the best thing America could do as a society, as a government, as a people, is put the whole thing on a very severe diet.
I think a lot of people...
Look at what Milei in Argentina has done in like 2 months in office.
That's right.
It's the equivalent of him cutting a $400 or $500 billion out of American budget. That's what he's done in Argentina.
That's right. That's right.
God bless that man.
Yeah, you saw the meeting with him and Trump. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Look, anybody that campaigns with a chainsaw, I can identify with.
Yeah. So let me stay on this. 118, then they go to 95, 60 going to Ukraine, 60 billion going to Ukraine. They say no, but hear me out. Let me get to my question. They say no. After they say no, the media blames the Republicans. All of a sudden, Navalny dies, okay? Whether it's a blood clot, a Ukrainian spy says it was blood clot, but everybody else says no, Russian spies killed him. Whatever the story is, many people believe that Putin may have taken out his opponent. That's what a lot of people are saying.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.